In the sweltering heat of April 2006, the city of N'Djamena, the capital of Chad, stood on the brink of chaos. Political turmoil and regional conflicts had simmered for years, fueled by disputes over power and the control of the country's valuable oil resources. President Idriss Déby, in power since a 1990 coup, faced escalating threats from rebel forces, determined to end his long reign. The most formidable of these groups, the United Front for Democratic Change, FUC, had been gathering strength in the border regions adjacent to Sudan. Supported covertly by factions discontented with Déby's rule and foreign interests eyeing Chad's oil wealth, the rebels prepared for a significant assault with a clear target: N'Djamena itself, the heart of governmental power. In the days leading up to the battle, tension in N'Djamena was palpable. The streets, usually bustling with daily activity, grew eerily quiet as citizens braced for the impending conflict. Déby's government, aware of the looming threat, fortified the capital, setting up defensive positions and calling upon loyalist troops to defend the city. Meanwhile, a convoy of rebel forces, hundreds strong and heavily armed, advanced towards N'Djamena from the east. Their journey was fraught with challenges, navigating through hostile terrain and avoiding aerial reconnaissance. The rebels knew that the element of surprise was crucial. Their plan hinged on a swift, decisive strike that would catch the government forces off guard. Just before dawn on April 13, 2006, the first shots were fired. Rebel forces launched a multi-pronged attack on N'Djamena, targeting key military and governmental installations. The city awoke to the sound of gunfire and explosions, marking the beginning of a fierce battle for control. Government troops, though initially surprised, quickly mobilized to repel the invaders. Intense urban combat ensued, with both sides exchanging heavy fire in the streets, around markets, and within the shadow of government buildings. Helicopters buzzed overhead, providing air support to government forces while making strategic strikes against rebel positions. As the battle raged, the scale of the conflict intensified. Residents of N'Djamena, caught in the crossfire, sought refuge wherever they could find it. The fighting was brutal and indiscriminate, with casualties mounting on both sides. Despite their initial successes, the rebels faced increasing resistance. The loyalist troops, familiar with the urban landscape and bolstered by reinforcements, began to push the rebels back. Key to this shift was the arrival of the Presidential Guard, elite soldiers loyal to Déby, who executed a series of counterattacks that sapped the rebels' momentum. Amidst the chaos, international attention turned to the crisis. Diplomatic pressures and threats of broader regional destabilization became palpable. Under this mounting pressure and facing logistical and supply issues, the rebel forces found themselves unable to sustain their advance. By April 15th, the battle for N'Djamena began to wane. Rebel forces, unable to maintain their foothold, retreated under the cover of darkness. The city, scarred by the conflict and strewn with debris, began the slow process of recovery. President Déby's government declared victory, but the battle left deep scars on the city and its people, highlighting the fragile nature of peace in the region. The Battle of N'Djamena in 2006 was not just a clash of arms. It was a manifestation of deeper socio-political issues that would continue to plague Chad. It served as a stark reminder of the ongoing struggle for power in many parts of Africa, where battles are not only fought on the fields but also in the hearts and minds of its people. The echoes of the conflict resonate, a somber note in the ongoing symphony of Chad's tumultuous history. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like, share, and subscribe to receive notification when we drop new content.